Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Life with Shenita. I am Shenita Connolly. Some people call me Shug, some people call me Dr. C, some people call me Nita. And I want to welcome you to our monthly broadcast. And I'm excited because we are celebrating mothers this evening. As you all know, Life with Shenita was started to with an ultimate goal to help people overcome life's challenges and to live a vibrant life. We all have challenges, and it's only up to us that we choose to live beyond the challenges that we face. I'm a mother, I'm a widow, I'm a grandmother, I'm so many things, and I wear so many hats. As you see, I have a beautiful hat on this evening. So I just want to encourage us to continue to make a decision to live through life's challenges. And so I have some beautiful people that will be joining me this evening to celebrate mothers. And they are mothers also. And we are going to honor a mother this evening. And so I just want you guys to join me in welcoming my guests. I have Smoot Avenue here with me this evening, who has a amazing business, a boutique, a online boutique. And so I want to introduce them to the platform first. They are a first-time guest this evening. Welcome, ladies.
Hello.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's so good to see you all. How are you this evening?
We are doing well. The seasoned saints say it's good to be seen.
Not look down on, right?
Right. Absolutely.
So introduce yourselves to the audience for us.
Sure, I'll start, and then my partner in fashion, like we always say, will take it from there. We are Smooth Avenue. Firstly, I am Tracy Palmer, and this is Erica, who you'll meet a little bit later. We're cousins. We are really first cousins, and so our origin city or state is West Virginia, and so we grew up. Like she says all the time, I grew up in 116 Smoots Avenue, and you grew up where?
120 Smoots Avenue.
And so we've been thick as thieves our whole lives. Well, I probably should say thick as thieves, but thick as whatever. And so we are a little over a month apart, but fashion has always been in our blood. Yes. Our grandmother raised 10 children on her own, and so you can imagine raising 10 children. Them pennies got to stretch. I don't know how pennies stretch, but them pennies have to stretch. Long are the days gone where the older child passed on the clothes to the next in line. So we grew up in a family like that, right? And then, the onset of cable TV.
Right.
A whole world opened up to us, and we saw images that we never saw before. And so we were able to match the images that we saw on TV with going to the thrift store, the yard sales, the rummage sales, and we were able to emulate what we saw on TV. I'm going to kick it to Erica, who is my partner in fashion.
Hi, I'm Erica Boxley. Okay. As Tracy said, we are first cousins, and we both love fashion. I would say that fashion finds us, and people find us. So when we are out shopping, people are automatically drawn to our spirits. They are drawn to our cards, and they're drawn to our hearts because we are the same no matter where you take us. What you see on TV or our live is what you get. And we have always had confidence in what we do because confidence speaks volumes because people put you down so much, one false thing, and you think that narrative your whole life. Yeah. But we've always been given positive words. And so we said we might as well, do something for the people that also emulates us being positive and let someone else be positive as well. So when we do shop, we think about how it's going to change you, how your posture is going to be, how your smile is going to light up the room. It's not about us. it's not about us, but we always say that it is the people watching us that allows us to show up in Black excellence.
Well, you know,
I
I
love
think
it.
I wanted to say to add on to that for people who don't know, we're a fashion platform, and so what we do every week, we're resellers. So I always have to always set that stage. We are resellers. What does a reseller mean? That means we go out and we individually curate items to sell on our platform, Smooth Avenue, on Facebook Live every Wednesday and Friday night. And so we go on Facebook Live. I think we have like a 5,000 person following, items that we've curated from those yard sales, from sales, flea market, then to our to and they able to our cousins biologically. So the people that follow us on Smooth Avenue are cousins as well. So we are cousins COUSIN, but they are cousins CUZZIN. I think the most important part um of Smooth Avenue is where fashion. And so this is not only fashion, but this is our ministry.
Yes.
This is our purpose. So those who are sitting at home, Erica said it, life can break you, right? So if you can tune in every week and get confidence through fashion, you also can get an inspirational vitamin in ministry, because we are lights. First of all, Erica's people follow us, but we are lights. And
Yes.
we try to exude that light through our fashion and through the commentary you see in our lives every week.
I love it. So, with that being said, welcome. And so, I am going to invite our next guest in, Dr. Siobhan Fleming. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having me. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. So, tell the audience a little bit of something about you. Although you've been with us a few times, share who you are, please.
Okay, yes, ma'am. I'm Siobhan Fleming, and my 9 to 5 is I manage the largest indoor retail space on the south side of Atlanta, affectionately referred to as South Lake Mall. I am a mommy. I am a widow, which is how you and I are connected. And I am. Let's see, I am first generation American. Atlanta is home for me. I lived in Bermuda for 6 years. And my latest endeavor is that I am running for office. I am running for clerk of Superior Court here in Clayton County.
Awesome. 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 So, thank you so much for being here. So, with that being said, ladies, we are celebrating mothers. And so, I want to just share a few thoughts about why mothers are important. So, a mother is important in our lives, as we know, for many reasons. They are always there to nurture and support us through our ups and downs. A mother has a very special bond with her children that cannot be replaced by anyone else, as it is one of the strongest emotional bonds that a human being can experience, particularly if that mother was bonded with that child at birth. Mothers are crucial for both boys and girls, sons and daughters. They not only role play children, but they influence children to be wired, and particularly their sons, to care for and protect women around them. It's not a competition of who is better or who does more, but a call to work together and appreciate the differences. A mother plays a critical role for the family, which is the powerful force for social cohesion and integration. A mother-child relationship is vital for the healthy development of children. And mothers are not only caregivers, they are also breadwinners for their families. So when I thought about celebrating mothers, of course, I thought about my beloved deceased mom, who's been gone now since 2001. We're talking 23 years almost. And so it's not a day that goes by that I don't miss her. I don't think about her. I'm so grateful to God that she instilled in us at a very young age the importance of having a relationship with Christ, which has been one of the main reasons why I've been able to keep moving through life post losing her. I was 36 years old when she was born. Well, I was 36 years old when she died. She was 36 years old when I was born. So sometimes I say, man, some of my friends still have their mom well beyond 36. I didn't have my mom beyond 36 years old. So I'll be 60 soon. So we're talking almost 24 years without a mother. And so it's been a challenge, but I promise you the things that she shared with me and instilled in me still carry me through life. And so would you ladies share like some great memories or thoughts about moms as we celebrate them?
I'll jump in. I mean, I'm like you. I lost my mom a little over a year ago, and my mom was my world, right? You know, but as you know, as she is no longer here, I realized this more of the sacrifices that she made, right? You don't really understand the sacrifices that your mom made until you have your own children and you're sitting in that same seat. I heard a minister say recently, you can only identify with your mother when you become the age that she was mothering you. And so I sat back and I thought about that. Man, I really have a lot of respect for the things that she did that I didn't realize. This is really funny. I think about like when I graduated from college, I still live with my mom, right? I had a little son and I lived with my mom. And I thought, like, I used to take my whole check. After I graduated from college, I did whatever I wanted to do with my check. I lived at home with my mom, and I never asked her one time, like, do you need help with this? Do you need help with this? And as I look back and I think about, like, man, how selfish, first of all, that was. But I thought about the sacrifice. Like, she didn't say a word. A lot. The lesson that I learned is those simple things. Like I'm making pinto beans. Like I want to call my mom and like, what do I put in there? Or pasta salad. What do I put in there? Right. Those are things that I didn't catalog. Last but not least, the thing that I'm realizing as she is no longer here is your voice matters. Balanced her voice for many years to keep the peace. But there was a cost for that. Because the longer you voice, you lose your power. And when you lose your power, you lose your hope. And I saw a decline in her from suppressing her voice. And so whenever I have a platform, I'm always going to lift her up. I'm always going to talk about her sacrifice, but I'm always going to use my voice. And so that's a gift that keeps giving to me.
Yes. Awesome.
I would say a little bit about what Tracy said as far as being our because my mom is still alive. As far as the sacrifices she made, my mom was she had 2 children by the age of 19. So, there are times now that I'm a mother that I say, well, how did she do that? How did she make meals meet and have field trip money and lunch things money that we told her at the last minute? Seems like she always made it happen. And I wondered how, but now that I'm a mother, I realize how you have to plan if you can. You have to put certain things aside, even if it's just 25 cents or $1. I'll be cleaning out my purse at times and be like, oh, we got it, Michael. We can do it. We can do it. And it's like sacrifices. And so many things that we took for granted.
Yes. Yes.
We just took so much for granted because you go in the house, you automatically figure the lights are going to come on. Yeah. You automatically figure that the water is going to run. You automatically figure that you're going to have clean clothes. And it's not that way. It is not that way. So making those sacrifices, knowing that she made those sacrifices, I am eternally grateful to her for that. Yes. And also my grandmother, watching her do a lot of things as well. Because we lived with my grandmother as well when we were younger. So those life lessons will never die. I think about my grandmother still each and every day.
Yes.
It's just something about the way that she raised us, how she taught us, and how she always made sure that we had a relationship with God.
Yes. Always. Yes. The foundation of who we are today. And Tracy, you said something. Your mom is deceased, and the things that you didn't value while she was here, you realize how very important they were. and you can celebrate her life, on the other side now, her memory and those things, valuing those things that you didn't really value, and I can relate to you. And then I hear Erica say the sacrifices that her mother made, that she now realizes how important those sacrifices were, because you're probably making them too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, wow, how did I take that for granted? And so it is so important for us to pause and celebrate mothers, whether they are here or they have transitioned on. I think that we have to remember that. And so it was imperative to me to celebrate mothers this month, and next month fathers, because if not for mothers and fathers, there would be no us. And so how could we even faintly not recognize and celebrate the reason why we exist merely, even with all the mistakes? And we all have made mistakes. We will make mistakes. There's no perfect mother. There's no perfect father. There were things that I wish I had done differently, or my parents had taught me differently, but they did the best they could. And I understood that they did the best they could from where they were. So we don't get to punish them. You know what I'm saying? We don't get to punish them because they don't mirror what we think they should look like or act like. Just be grateful. So with that being said, Siobhan, will you share a few memories of your, before we do that, let's bring in Thurman Jones. He's joining us for this segment. So hold tight. It's always wonderful to have a man in the house to celebrate his mother and his wife as well. And so we want to add him to the platform. So welcome, Thurman. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are y'all?
Wonderful. He's also known as BJ. So right. BJ, we're going to give you a minute to introduce yourself. When Siobhan shares her thoughts on her mother, I want you to introduce yourself as well as share your thoughts about your mother and your wife. So Siobhan?
Thank you. So I was raised by my mom as well as my grandmother by the age of 7. So I would say I have taken away some amazing memories from them both. Now, neither are no longer here. My mom passed when I was 34, and my grandmother passed shortly after. But one thing that particularly stands out is that unwavering love that they both have. They say your parents may not always like what you do, but they will always love you. And I would say they both exhibited those things. Another thing is I feel like my grandmother introduced me and my family to religion and to Christ and to God's unwavering love. And so I'm grateful for that. It's because of her that I have my relationship with the Lord and that I love the Lord. And so I'm grateful for that. I remember her as a little girl because my mom was making those sacrifices. My grandmother took me to church every Saturday. We went on Saturdays. And so my grandmother, I thank for that. Additionally, a work ethic like none other. My grandmother was born in the 1920s. She passed in 1992. And she, I feel like that generation, their work ethic was like none other. And so I saw that firsthand, especially when I lived with her. We moved with my grandmother at the age of 7 years old. And I saw her rain, blow, or shine, good days, bad days, no matter what, get up and work 12-hour days. And she did domestic work. And I don't ever recall her saying she didn't feel like it or didn't want to or whatnot. A good day, bad day, like I said earlier, she got up and she did what she had to do so that she could provide for her family. So that will be a takeaway. And one last thing that I would say in closing, my mom, she was a make a way out of no way type of person. And I feel like I exhibit and I take that away from her as well. People ask me all the time, Siobhan, how do you do it? How do you do this? How do you do that? And in my mind, how do you not? And so I thank my mother for teaching me and showing me firsthand, just do it, as the Nike slogan says, no matter what, get it done. We don't make excuses. We figure it out. Sometimes we pull our parachute after we jump, right? Like we just get it done. So those are some of the things that I cherish, hold near and dear to my heart, and I'm grateful for my mom and my grandmother.
Yes, that warms my heart.
Thank
Yes,
you.
mothers are crucial and critical on this journey. If not for them, I'm going to say it again, there would be no us. And so we remember just that, in addition to all the nuggets that they have shared and poured in us, baby. So let's allow the man that's sharing a few moments with us to introduce himself and to share some great moments about his beloved mom. So if you had a picture in the dictionary of a mama's boy who loves his mama, listen to me, you will see BJ Thurman Jones next to that picture. When I tell you, it warms my heart to see a young man who really loves and cherishes his mother. So that's why he was the first person that crossed my mind. So introduce yourself, young man, and share a few moments of things or memories of your mother and what you've learned over the years.
Absolutely. Well, one, I want to say happy Mother's Day to each and every one of y'all, all the mothers that's listening and that's on the call.
Thank you.
Absolutely. My name's Thurman Jones, aka for the ones that I definitely grew up with my entire life, BJ. This is definitely a wonderful platform to be able to kind of give back, right? I think about just hearing y'all talk about your mother. Man, I love the fact that I have my mom right down the street from me.
Literally.
Like, I grew up as a military brat. My mom was in the military ever since I was in her stomach, in the womb. So I grew up in that. And I got to see my mom make things happen, make life happen. But also making life happen, she also kept some great principles and great characteristics about us. No matter what, we're going to hit that church. We're going to go to church. And so I can say my relationship with my mom, from my mom, passed with my kids. Like, we're making sure that we go to church. And not only just to go to church, we're making sure that we look for the things that we want out of church. Somebody, the family ship, really being speaking over our life. My mom was able to sit here and show that. And when you talk about a servant leader,
yes,
I ain't got to the point where she at, but she is the definition of what you call a servant leader. She will help you out through and thick, no matter what. And times that I know for a fact that I say no, this woman right here would definitely say yes. And my mother named Rhonda Beckham. So Rhonda, she would definitely do any and everything to make sure the people around her are on 1,000% in life. I can only think about like being out there in Virginia and life lessons of thinking about GI parties. So she's in the military. I'm an Army brat, right? So I remember my friends coming to the house and all that good stuff. And she's like, hey, tell your friends we're going to have a party. I go tell them, hey, we're about to go have a party. Come on to the house. And for y'all that know, it's a GI party. So I got all my friends over to the house for a GI party. So let me help explain that. That means scrubbing the baseboards, washing the walls, mopping all the floors. She done had all she had all of those interesting things, but I would say it grew me, right? It made me really appreciate life and the fact it made me appreciate friends too. Like I had friends that came and they scrubbing my baseboards and they washing, you know. So it's just the love that she put out there in the universe that just explodes everywhere. Now, when it comes to my wonderful kids, my kids cannot get enough of her. She's Nana, so they with her 24/7. That's all of them. But she's just an amazing individual. And if you want to be able to sit here and make something out of nothing, I can just give you an example like the church. Well, we go to the church we had. She turned the whole back of the church to a whole full-blown daycare. Not just I want to make sure I say it right. Not just like, hey, we're gonna call these rooms a daycare. No, she turned the room into a whole daycare, from the refrigerators being in there, the paint on the walls, to all the cribs, and she just did it off her own time. I don't want to give no less of credit to my mother, Rhonda. She's one of a kind. She is one of a kind, and I would slap anybody for her. Yes, that's who I am. So,
I love it.
But I also want to shout out my wife Trisha Jones, the mother of my beautiful kids. She same characteristics as my mom. You know, of course, you do things without thinking, right? You don't be like, I'm about to go find somebody like my mom, but she give you a lot of those same feelings, right? She just does, and she just do without asking, and the type of people that just want to be around her. She non-nonsense. She ain't playing all them games. My wife Trish, she don't play them games. But at the same time, we talk about giving you the shirt off of your back. Really, she supports you. You come up with an idea, she's going to support you with an idea like she came up with the idea, right? And that's the type of people that you want with you in your circle. Somebody that sit here and put you on another stratosphere when you don't even feel like going on that same stratosphere. When you see fear, she sees success, you know, and I love that aspect about her. I mean, you want to find somebody that's your total opposite. You put me in a room, everybody know I'm going to talk to everybody. You put her in the room, she'd probably be in the back observing, right? And those opposites is there, right? Those opposites attract. They definitely attract, but they also make amazing things happen. So for all the men, for all the ladies that's out there, cherish your mother, cherish your wives. You know, like you get one. And then one of the things that I sit here and learn like later on in life is like, I don't got to do things, but I get to do things. So I get to celebrate them. I get to love them. I get to have them. And they get to do the same for me. And I take that not for a grain of salt. And I wish and I pray everybody sit here have the same thing. If I had a choice, I tell them, if I had a choice to do it all over again, give me some dice, blow it. Do I get to pick my mom and I get to pick my wife? I still pick the same one.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, because I think it is so important for people to hear men celebrate their mothers and their wives, particularly in the climate that we live in where marriage is not like a hot topic. And so when I see you and Trisha grinding as a team, it gives me joy. Like I see Tracy and her husband. I hear sometimes when she's doing her broadcast, she'll say, my husband is taking the clothes off the hanger. That means he's in there in the trenches with her. So I appreciate that when the men see the value in what we are doing and we support. And I certainly had a wonderful husband who I miss dearly. And in addition to, our topic tonight, we talked about moms. I don't have that bond that Tracy and Erica had and Siobhan had with their grandmother, but my mother was simply amazing as well. And if I could do it all over again, I would choose her too. And so I'm grateful that you all decided to join us. And so we do have a mother that we are celebrating and honoring tonight. and they have just joined the broadcast. And so I always follow God's instructions, and sometimes He shares visions, or I say nuggets with me, and I am blessed to be able to help bless other people. And I am blessed to be able to connect with people who can help fulfill those blessings. And I never take it for granted. And so this particular mom that we are going to celebrate tonight and gift her some blessings has been challenged with some things, losing her beloved husband, and just some other challenges in her own personal life. She has been an amazing mother, an amazing grandmother, great grandmother, and I've watched the journey for years, and God dropped her in my spirit to bless her. And so Smooth Avenue, without question, said, yes, I am in to bless her. Not only Smooth Avenue, but so many people to bring about this blessing tonight. So I want to bring on Taylor and Veronica, so that we can verbally share the blessings with her.
What is this?
Good evening, Veronica.
Hi, I think.
Do you see who this is?
I do not. Let me take my
You're gonna have to take those sunglasses off to see who you see.
Is it Taylor? I can't see. I can't.
Shenita.
I can't make it. Is it Shenita?
Shenita Connolly. So we have been orchestrating a blessing for you for several weeks now. I decided that this show will be dedicated to mothers. And God gave me your name, was dropped in my spirit. And so we want you to know that you matter. I see you with your children. I see you with your grandchildren. I even want to say some of them are great grands. Yeah. And there's always love when I see you. And so we have Tracy and Erica, who have a boutique, who is going to allow you to come and shop for an outfit.
What?
We have my hairstylist from Salon CJ, who is going to schedule you a hair appointment.
I just cut off all my hair.
And she's a natural stylist. So okay, even if it's a wash and do, she got you.
Okay.
We have my nail technician, Barbie Nails, who's going to do a pedicure, manicure for you.
Oh my.
We have a makeup artist who is going to allow you to schedule a makeup day. And I want, and you have a $50 gift certificate from Gatra to spend however you want. And then another friend of mine is going to treat you to some new shoes. So I want you to hear from Tracy and Erica.
Okay.
Because I have watched your journey, as you know, with my husband, Tracy and Erica. Veronica graduated high school with Winston, and that is how we got connected. And we have been connected even further when her husband died. She is a part of my second book, Abiding Love. She is one of the co-authors. And so she has been a joy to know all these years. And so I am grateful to be able to shower you with these wonderful people, us collaboratively together, to show you some love and let you know how special you are, and that your love, unconditional love, has not gone unnoticed for your family. And so Tracy and Erica.
No, we are honored. Listen, honored to be, because God, nothing is a coincidence in the kingdom of God.
Right.
It was put on Shenita's spirit what was ordained before the foundation of the world. And at Smoot Avenue, where we believe that faith meets fashion, Shenita has sent us over your sizes and your measurements, and we will be delivering at no cost to you because of the amazing work that you are doing, that you've done, and that you are to do. We will be sending you a full outfit, the full works from the head to the toe, so that you can feel, because sometimes we can get in a space and we don't feel like we're seen. We serve a God, Elroy, who sees us, right? And we just want you to what he sees on the inside for people to see on the outside. So it is our pleasure and our privilege to be selected, because we know that favor comes not just from God, but God gives you favor for those you are connected to. So when we are blessed, everybody that is connected to us is blessed. And so it is our privilege and our pleasure to be able to do this. And thank you, Shenita, for even considering us for this privilege.
I just want to say thank you, Mother. Thank you for your sacrifices. Thank you for your love, your unwavering love. We thank you for your guidance. And we just want to celebrate you today. We want to celebrate you today and every day, because it is truly a blessing for mothers to be alive and on this earth, and just to be everything that we can encompass. I tell Tracy all the time, if we could just be half of what y'all could be,
yes,
we will be doing excellence.
Yes.
So I honor you on this day, honor you and your family, and thank you once again.
Thank you both. Wow.
Yes. So I know this was caught by surprise.
Yeah.
I reached out to your nephew, Doug Gumby, who led me to your son, who led me to your granddaughter.
Wow.
And to this day.
Okay.
And so I just want you to know that you are special and that you matter. And so if you'd like to share anything, you are welcome to at this point.
When they say I'm speechless, I'm speechless. I really, really am. I'm not surprised by Shenita and anything that Shenita does. But this really, I'm glad I was already sitting down. This really has shocked me, taken me off my feet, and I don't know what to say. Thank you. I'm at a loss for words. I don't know.
Well, we thank Taylor. Taylor is in the background right there. Taylor has been navigating this surprise with me for weeks. And so thank you, Taylor. Your sidekick. So Taylor is her granddaughter.
Yes. And she's my first granddaughter. My first grandchild, period. My first grandchild.
Yes.
And so they trickle down from there.
Yes.
We're a blended family. So my husband had 9 children. When I met him, I had my 3 boys, and then it just kept going and kept going. Yes. So now he passed in 2016 unexpectedly, and so I still have a lot of people live with me. Let's just say a lot of people, a lot of children, but I don't think I'd have it any other way, because they're my life. They're just really my life.
And they do give you life, don't they?
Yes, they do. They do. And people always say, why you always have children? They're just so, I can't explain it. They don't cause any drama. They make you smile all the time. They're always glad to see you.
Yes.
Always. So I was at a graduation. Was at some kind of award ceremony this morning for Harley. And then I've got an award ceremony in the morning, one next week. And it just goes on and on and on. And so my days are always busy, and I love it. I just wouldn't have it any other way. Sometimes I say, I'm tired. I don't want to do this. But then one of them will come in the room, and they got that.
Yes.
So I have 27 or better we just stopped counting grandchildren and great grandchildren. And we just had a new baby in March.
Congratulations.
Stormy. So she's a few weeks old. So it's all the way from way up there to Stormy. So
I love it. And that's what I see. And, I know that, your loss of your husband was a great loss. And
Yeah.
I know, the health challenges you've had and that you deserve to be celebrated.
Thank you. Thank
The
you.
unconditional love that you always show.
You asked me, I think you texted me a couple of weeks ago, and how was I feeling? I didn't have energy to even tell you. I just didn't. I just didn't. So, yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, Siobhan, would you like to share anything with Veronica and then followed by BJ?
Well, I just want to say congratulations, and we are honored to be here today to celebrate you. Thank you for all that you do for your family as a matriarch, as a mother, and I just love all the love that you pour into everybody. So it's an honor to be here to witness, to be able to pour into you today. May God continue to bless you and keep you and your entire family and all that you do. And I pray that He gives you the desires of your heart.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. And God bless you as well.
BJ?
One, I want to say Happy Mother's Day to you. This is an honor to be able to see somebody get honored like this.
Yes.
I think lately in my life, I've been operating on principles. And I heard one of the principles I thought was pretty fascinating. It was like, there's never nothing one-sided. There's not a one-sided piece of bread. There's not a one-sided coin. There's nothing one-sided. So whatever you're going through or whatever you have, the other side is there. It's a principle. It's there. Like what goes up must come down.
Yes.
So I would say this. Take the opportunity to celebrate the thought that that's what's on the other side.
Okay.
Because it's there. Like, don't savor it. Don't even let nobody speak on it.
Okay.
If you know what's on that other side.
Healing.
And then be prepared to take it. Because I think sometimes even in my journey, right, I wasn't prepared to know what was on the other side, and it bypassed me. So be receptive, take it in, because I hear you. I hear the love that you have and the selflessness. The selflessness is just, that is amazing. Like you still getting it, you still allowing it. That is, man, beautiful. So many things I just learned just hearing your story in this short amount of time. And I thank you for being open enough to even speak on it. Much love to you.
Thank you.
Many blessings. Many, many, many blessings to you and your family.
Thank you so much, BJ.
Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Because BJ, she's a mother's boy. She's a boy mama.
Yes.
Like Raven. She's a boy mama.
I guess if you look in the dictionary, you see me then.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So I know if anyone has to log off, you can. But we wanted to do this. Geisha wasn't able to join us, but she wanted me to let you know that she'll be sending you a $50 gift card to use for whatever you'd like to use it for.
Okay.
And so I'll connect you with all the dots.
Okay.
All the people so that you can schedule all the appointments and enjoy this blessing.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I hear people say this too, that it's not enough just to say thank you. It's just not enough, but I'm more than grateful just to be thought of, because I go through the day and I give very little thought to myself. I really, really do, because there's always somebody there tugging and pulling and, I need this and I need that. So yeah, but thank you.
You get to be treated.
I can't wait, even though I have no hair. My hair
That's
is
okay.
gone.
I'm sure my stylist is going to take good care of you, whatever that looks like. She is amazing.
Yeah, obviously taking care of you always. Yes, you're always beautiful.
She's good. Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So the final person that we're going to bring on to join us this evening is Chef Crystal Shea.
Okay.
If you guys have to leave, you can. If you don't have to leave, feel free to stay. We are not only are we celebrating mothers, but we are also encouraging healthy lifestyles. And so, with that being said, I saw a video, and I'm going to run these banners for all our guests tonight a little longer. But I saw a video several weeks ago that was a game changer for me. And with that being said, I reached out to this particular chef because I saw a transformation with Pinky Cole after she had baby number 3. And I said, oh my goodness, how amazing is it to see someone transform from 55 pounds more down to less than, and eating a raw vegan diet. And that may not be what everyone may want, but it definitely manifested beautifully on Pinky Cole. So when I saw the video, Pinky had given a shout out to her chef. And if you guys know me, you know that I'm not afraid to reach out to anyone. And so I immediately reached out to the chef and said, I would love to talk with you. And the rest is history. So I am going to bring in Chef Crystal Shea, who has not only served Pinky Cole, but she served Fred Hammond last weekend, one of her favorite gospel artists. She has served Steve Harvey, Brandy Harvey, Steve Harvey's daughter, so many other people. And so I am just blessed by the work that she does, the passion that she has. And so our event called Nourish to Flourish is happening this coming Sunday from 2 to 5. And I'm elated to be a part of that event. And so join me in welcoming Chef Crystal Shea. Good evening, Chef.
Good evening. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes, we can. How are you?
Oh, you can't hear me. I can hear you. Oh, great.
Yes, yes. So welcome.
I am super excited. Oh, Shenita, I'm so excited.
Yes. So before we get started to talk about the event, share a little bit about you with the audience.
First of all, hi y'all.
Hey.
I am not a Georgia peach, even though I say y'all. Originally born and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. The show me state. Moved here 19 years ago with 3 kids, my Saturn station wagon on the back of a U-Haul, and was like, if you can get it anywhere, you can get it in the A, right?
Uh-huh.
And so that was the goal, to make something out of myself here in Atlanta. So I came to Atlanta, 3 kids, and now 3 more kids later, I am the awesome mom of 6, ranging in the ages from 11 to 31. And love what I do. I'm unemployable. I've been an entrepreneur for the past 16 years. A raw food chef for the past 7. And if I could say it's anything I love to do in my past, in my quiet time, not quiet, my downtime is eat. I'm a die-hard foodie. So yeah, when I tell you that I know that raw is wealthy and raw is life, and we got to nourish ourselves to flourish, trust me, I know. And because we're in a private setting, I can say that I was diagnosed HIV positive in 2018, July of 2018, my birthday, July. So just a few weeks after my birthday, I was diagnosed HIV positive, and I use plants to maintain healthy numbers without medication and without giving it to nobody else. So I love plants. My grandfather died in 2021. 2021. He was just 90. My grandmother died in 2019, and she was 91. And they both swore by plants. My grandmother had a garden. They swore by green leafy vegetables. So that raw is who I am. I am not a raw vegan. Sometimes if it's date night, I'm not even vegan. but I do believe in the power of plants.
Awesome. So tell us about what to expect on Sunday.
Nourish to flourish. Woo! Shenita said a mouthful when she said she saw the testimonial. And boy, we've had some amazing things take place even since I've met Shenita. First of all, she went, I mean, full throttle. I'm just getting to know her. I probably don't know her like y'all know her, but I know she is absolutely amazing. She's a woman who does what she says she's going to do. She is a woman who helps connect the dots and make things happen, and quickly. She pulled it together. I don't know, we know it's just God, right? But man, the way she did that, I thought I had to pinch myself. Is this really happening? I'm dead dog tired right now because this is really happening. So what is this that's going to happen? Well, our mission here at Raw at Heart, which is where I am, Raw at Heart, the mission is to help African American congregations, communities, and organizations eliminate the disease that we say runs in our family, the high blood pressure, blah, 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 by changing the food that we put on our plates. No doctor's going to tell you that. And even when they do, none of us want to do that. So, and even if we want to, we don't know how. So Nourish to Flourish is to share with you different ways to nourish your body, your mind, your spirit, and your pocketbook so that you are flourishing like the other people, right? Our mortality rate is high. And so we're going to give you some tips to decrease that so that we live as long as everybody else, right? And then Life with Shenita is going to say, well, when it happens, let me tell you what needs to be done, right? So nourish to flourish. We're gonna have some fun. I don't know how to do nothing else but have fun. So expect to be edutained. Raw food that's going to blow your mind. Yes, there will be raw food that we ain't got no chicken wings, we ain't got no subs and no chips and none of that. We finna wow your palate with some raw, tasty goodies that are just really gonna surprise you. My brother's gonna come and speak. My brother was an 18-year heroin addict. The day we found out he was 18, and the reason he said we was like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing this?" He was 18 years old. We were in the kitchen. And he said, because I'm bored. But he's going to show you how he nourished his spirit. And now he has a flourishing multi-million-dollar landscaping business right here in Atlanta. So there are some treats for you. You know, just make sure y'all show up, invite a friend, go tell a friend to bring a friend. Because Miss Shenita done told some friends to bring some friends. And I think we almost sold out. So make sure you go register as soon as possible.
Yes, we are almost at capacity. I'm excited to, help our people think about food from a raw perspective. So can you share with them? I know they've seen so many people talk about raw food. I've had some of your delicious meals. I had a taco salad that was to die for with the taco sauce. Tell them about that salad and what was in that salad.
That salad was a beautiful, crispy, fresh romaine, wonderful herbs of cilantro, fresh, juicy, sweet Roma tomato, wonderfully good fat avocado, which is good for the women mainly, right? It's definitely good for us. You can tell by the way it's shaped, and pay attention to the way fruits are shaped, y'all, because that really kind of tells you what part is good for. And then we had a wonderful taco meat that was made from walnuts, which is great for your omega-3, your fatty acids, which are good for the brain. Eat them over a long time. Eating them over time helps to decrease the effects of dementia. So the salad was the dressing was bomb, and you're gonna find out how to make that dressing at the demo when you come this Sunday. What else you're gonna do is you're going to be able to sign up for a 3-day raw reset. You're going to be able to reset, and I'm gonna make the food for you. You ain't even gotta worry about making the food. So I'm gonna tell you what's good for you, and then I'm going to sign you up to make what's good for you. It's gonna be so affordable, so attainable, and it's gonna be something that you get to put in your spirit and take with you to apply to the rest of your life, right? You'll be able to apply it, and if you can't, then you just call me to make the meal prep for you.
Right. I love it. And tell them about the journey with Pinky. Before she had that baby, she contacted you and she said she wanted only the best raw chef in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, she was like, "Look, I'm serious. This is not a game. This is not temporary. You do this right, and I can do for you what Oprah did for Weight Watchers."
Mm-hmm.
So the day she had the baby, because she talked about it, we knew the baby was coming because he was planned. So the day the baby came, literally, she got to the room, she called me, and she has been eating raw meals since she delivered Dash, and she has not stopped. And what's funny is she's such an amazing mom. She is a homemaker. She cooks, she cleans, she bathes the kids, and she never swallows a bite of cooked food.
Mm. And she dropped those 55 pounds in how many months?
We started off at 220. She is now 162, and Dash isn't even 6 months yet. He was born December 17th.
Wow. Raw food.
Yep. So just about 5 months, but she reached 30 pounds in about 2 months. She was 30 pounds down in about 2 months.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Raw is trending. So if you know anybody who may be even the slightest bit interested, this is a great way to find out more about it. Eat it from the best raw chef in, I would say, America, not just Atlanta. And then have the opportunity to do a raw reset, which we'll talk more about that, but it just resets the gut. We don't think we should ever stop eating. I'm talking about me. I wake up, what's for breakfast? I ate breakfast 2 hours later. What's for snack? What time is lunch? Babe, what we eating for dinner? Like, we don't think that we ever supposed to stop chewing, but the gut enjoys that. It enjoys for us to relax it a little bit without something fried, dyed, or laid to the side.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I am excited. So I hope that I know Siobhan will be there. I'm not sure if BJ is coming or not. I think his mom may have gotten a ticket, but I've shared it with tons of people.
Tons of people, because they are signing up. Woo!
And I hope that tentatively, Pinky, if her schedule doesn't change, she will stop by. And
she's excited about it for sure. She's definitely proud of what we're doing and the message that we are sending out, because her whole thing with Slutty Vegan was she just wanted to be able to get people to start the conversation. Mm-hmm. Like, what does it mean to be vegan? And with Slutty Vegan, she was definitely able to do that.
Mm-hmm. And the most fascinating thing for me to see her do lately was the experiment of supporting a Black-owned business.
The group economics. That lady made over 70. She made, when she got done, it was about $70,000 in 3 days.
Yes, and that was amazing to see a Black-owned business help another Black-owned business generate that amount of money through support.
Just from influence.
That did something to my heart.
Yes.
The respect for her, because that business owner can now thrive as a result of the push that Pinky gave her.
Correct.
If we, quote unquote, Black people would learn to do more of that, we would all be more successful.
So here's the thing. Let me pause you there, because they say that we don't, but that experiment showed that we do. The thing is, there's life and death in the power of the tongue. So we speak into existence. We manifest what we want and what we believe. And we'll say things like that, not realizing that that's a mindset, because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So if that's something that we deeply rooted and believe in, we won't even see that that's not true.
It's not true in every situation. I just want to see it more in more of our lives, that we support each other, because it is possible to see that happen even without an influencer like
exactly
people, right?
So exactly.
I understood the power that we possess. Like, I understand it, but for some reason, not everybody understands it. Let's come together and push everybody to the next level, because if I push you, it'll help push you. So I'm truly a sharing is caring
You had that's I'm a testimony. I'm a witness. I's a witness. Yes, sir.
So they say put your money where your mouth is. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
But there are a lot of yous. There are a lot of us's.
yes.
They just don't seem to be done on as big of a scale, so they're not noticed as much. But there are a lot of us.
Yeah, and I'm hoping we'll do more.
Yeah.
And we'll see more. Because I do believe that it happens.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're a witness. You are a prime example of the fact it does happen every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to give Siobhan an opportunity to BJ. I'm gonna start with you and I'm gonna end with Siobhan. Share with them your business, how to reach you. Well, Chef, close out with telling them how to reach you, although it's streaming. But if there's some other way, just 30 seconds. 30 seconds closing, then BJ, then Siobhan.
Raw at heart ATL.com, raw at heart at gmail.com, and I am Crystal Shea Raw on Instagram. I don't think I have Facebook. If I do, I don't know how to really use it.
Well, that's okay. Instagram is working for you. Working.
Yeah, it's working. It's always has. It's been funny that it always has.
Yes. So BJ, 30 seconds. Tell them how to reach Rolling with
BJ reminds me of my husband.
Rolling. He does.
Yes.
Rolling with Jones.
Absolutely. We want to know first of all, amazing energy. I love what you're saying over there. It's super dope. So keep
you
that.
Coming?
I don't know, because literally I got an event that I got to be doing on all day Saturday, 20 hours. So yeah, pray for me. That's all I can say.
Yes.
Yeah. So well, I kind of speak on that a little bit too, but the name of my business is called Venue to Go. So Venue to Go is an online platform that allows businesses with brick and mortar to be able to get more traffic and leads and create another stream of income by renting out their spaces. So we don't allow event spaces at all, but our main objective is to help out brick and mortar businesses so they can sit here and thrive. So it's been a wonderful journey. I have bootstrapped this thing thick and through, and literally it's kind of interesting that you sit here and ask me to speak on it, because I kind of been doing the community lately, but I just got off the phone with the IT company. I just switched up the IT company and we are ready to go to the market again. So this is our second beta stage, and by the summertime, launch is about to happen. So a lot of beautiful things. My first goal to make 10 millionaires from their own business in their spaces. But how you can reach it, venue2go.com, VENU2go.com. So, and then you can also follow me on Instagram, well, all platforms, Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, anything. Rolling with Jones, as you see on the bottom. But if you want to go see Venue to Go LLC, that's on Instagram as well. So a lot of other amazing things, but for the most part, Venue to Go is where it's at.
All right, wonderful.
Awesome.
Last but certainly not least, Dr. Siobhan Fleming.
Thank you so much. This has been amazing. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet all of you amazing people. Again, I am Siobhan Fleming, and I am your proud candidate for Clerk of Superior Court here in Clayton County. We are gearing up for primary elections, and election day is on Tuesday already, May 21st. We are still in the midst of early voting. You have until Friday. So I ask humbly that you consider to vote for Fleming for your next Clerk of Superior Court here in Clayton County. That position has been unopposed for almost 20 years. And so I want to bring fresh new leadership, innovative ideas, superior customer service, and ultimately it's time for a change. So I ask that you all consider that fresh new leadership and consider a vote for Fleming when you go to the polls. And I thank you in advance. And you can reach out to me on social media, on Facebook and Instagram at Vote for Fleming. I'm also your accessible clerk, so please feel free to reach out to me for questions, concerns, all that kind of good stuff. And again, it's been my absolute pleasure to spend this hour with you all. Thank you so much, Shenita.
Yes, thank you all for sharing in this wonderful occasion this evening, celebrating mothers. highlighting the Nourish to Flourish event, just celebrating you all and all of your glory. So every opportunity to share is a possible win for someone else. So thank you for all that you do, not only for yourselves, but for others. And to our audience, thank you so much for tuning in. We are now once a month, third Thursday of the month, Life with Shenita, and the fourth Thursday of the month is the Gen Z edition. The young men are doing their thing, and I'm really proud of them. And so join them next week for their exciting show. Thank you all for joining in. Remember that I love you, but God loves you most. He loves you best. Peace, love, joy today and always. And to you all, hold tight.
Good night,
everyone.